Let's go. Okay. Hey everyone, my name's Jason. I'm a community manager at Coffee Stain Studios, and today I'm going to be talking to you all about the feature teaser trailer last week, where we released a feature teaser trailer that revealed the power storage, and if you had a keen eye, you would have seen a power switch as well. So I'm going to talk about those two things, plus some changes that are coming to power in Update 4 as well. Okay, so let's get into it. I'll start with the power switch because it's easier to explain. It's just a little switch or like a circuit breaker that you can use to segment off power to different parts of your factory. So you can have one specific power section for your aluminium line or something like that, and you can have that all come back to one power switch before going to your main power circuit for your factory, and then you can use that switch to turn that whole section on and off if you wish. You can also name power switches as well, just for organization's sake, to make it easy for you to know what each power switch does. And yeah, that's pretty much all they do. They kind of the old way of doing things would be to have just dismantled a cable from one part of your factory to another, but now we have a dedicated little structure, little building to help you do that, so you don't have to delete cables every time and then remember which ones you've missed or something. So you've got these switches and they're super neat. So the next thing I want to talk about is the power storage. The power storage is essentially just like a battery. It just stores power and then you can use that power later if you need it. You might be wondering, okay, but when would I use it? Why would I use the power storage? So the first thing is the most obvious thing, and that is you spent a bunch of time building, a new section of your factory. You hook up that new section to the rest of your factory, and the dreaded sound plays. Big F in the chat. Yeah, so we've all been in that situation, but what power storage can do is it can help you there. It'll be able to jump in and help power your factory, keep things going until you can sort of fix up your power production to then compensate for the fact that you no longer actually produce enough power. There will be feedback, like messages and like a sound effect as well. There will be feedback telling you that you're running on power storage, so that you've got a bit of a heads up so you can go and make any changes you need to your power generation. Yeah, so essentially just to smooth over those transitions when adding more to your factory. So another reason you'll want power storage and why this is significant is because there's actually going to be a change to the geothermal generators, okay? So previously, they're kind of boring, that you just put them down and then they just give you power. There's not really anything to them. So we're actually making changes to geothermal in Update 4, and what's going to happen is they're now going to be producing a dynamic power. Previously it was just 200 megawatts. Now it's going to be something like a range between 100 and 300 megawatts, averaging out to be 200 megawatts, but it's not going to be a steady kind of power source anymore. And now power storage is something that you can take advantage of in order to smooth out the power generation of the geothermal generators if you wish. You don't have to do that if you don't want to, but you can use it to sort of bring back some stability when it comes to using geothermal generators. So that's up to you to use that if you wish to use it. We're pretty interested to see what people will do with that, and yeah, let me know what you think. So the third reason you might want to use power storage is because in Update 4, we're also removing the self-regulation of power generators. Previously, or as they are now in the version that you guys are playing, power generators would only produce as much power as the factory would consume, and no more than that. However, we're making it now so that they always produce their maximum output of power, with the exception of the biomass burner. They're going to produce the maximum amount of power that they can, and this means you then have excess power. So you can use power storage in order to capture some of that excess power as well if you wish, but you don't have to if you don't want to. So you might be wondering why we're making this change, and you know what, I am too. So I'm going to read the message I got from Director Mark Chan, so he can explain why. So he says that it was a redundant feature on most generators, and it didn't really add anything to a game with infinite resources. It also caused some confusion and conflicted with the way fuel production now works after Update 3. The polymer resin byproduct production was unreliable. And it also allows us to put control a bit more into the player's hands, when using power storage, for example. So those are some of the reasons why we're making that change. Again, let us know what you think about that. It's always good to hear what you guys think. Okay, so that's all I'm going to talk about today. I hope you found that interesting. Actually, one thing that I forgot to talk about, I should have said this at the beginning of the video, but you know what, I'm going to put it at the end, and it's going to be a little surprise for those of you who stuck around to the end. I don't think we've said it on the YouTube channel yet, but we do have kind of release dates for Update 4. We think we're going to get it out on March 9th or March 16th. Those are our guesses at this stage, pending any unforeseen delays. We're currently in like a feature lockdown, so we're not making any new things anymore. We're just polishing what we have and fixing bugs. So hopefully we can get you update 4 within the month. That would be super, super exciting. Hope you're looking forward to that. I hope you found the information in this video interesting. And yeah, we'll see you next week. Also, you can always stop by on Tuesdays for the developer streams on our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/CoffeeStainStudiosDevs. Take care, everyone. Have a good weekend. Bye-bye. Power generators would only produce as much power as the factory would consume. So we're